you? I'm fine. How are you, baby? What was that? Okay, I'm back. Sometimes I have to change up the intro a little bit because I feel like you guys try to out-sing me in your room, in your car, in the shower, or whatever the fuck you watch these videos at. I feel like you're trying to out-sing me. So sometimes I have to like act like Lord and like just change it up a little bit so no one else can sing along. So today, we're going to be doing something that we've already done before. Maybe in a different context though. Is that how you use that word, or am I big and fat? Okay, so today we're going to be doing our nails. I had the cutest, craziest set on before this. I'm going to insert a picture here where every nail was different, which I've never done that before. Even though I don't show you guys me doing my nails, I still do my nails like every 5 days because I just love doing my nails. But today, I think I'm going to insert an inspo pic. I feel like a little fucking YouTuber. Like, I learned how to insert pictures, and I'm like, is YouTube going to like fly me out to Paris and like put me on a billboard or something? I don't know. I actually don't know anything that goes on at YouTube. So they're probably going to send a cease and desist in the mail. And then they're probably going to put me on blast and call me fat and ugly. Today we're going to be doing our nails and getting drunk and reading scary stories. Ooh, that sounds fun. It sounds fun, right? And you're going to watch the whole fucking video? Or are you going to fucking click off and go watch some dumb fucking loser twink? You're gonna go watch someone skinnier, huh? You hate looking at someone fat, huh? Okay, before I get started, I need to clean off the rest of these like 2 nails that I weren't able to get off, and then like the silver off of these, and make them look not fucking ugly as shit. Alright, I'm back. My nails are all prepped. I put acetone on them. They look fucking rough. These bitches have been through so much with their daddy. Let's take a shot. Okay, I'm gonna try to read this while also starting my base routine. My base coat, which is from ASP. This shit has never failed me so far. What is your scariest true story? This is from Mom Says I'm Pretty. True story. I was about 4 or 5 years old and my parents had just separated. My mom was living in a 2-bedroom apartment. I had my own room, but I preferred to sleep in her bed whenever I was staying with her. I'm also using this little LED light because I'm using gel polish so it hardens. This is the Gelish shitty ass. I've had this for like a year. It does its job, but it's kind of shitty. Our 2 bedrooms were at the end of the hallway, directly across from each other. Our apartment was on the first floor, and I remember that it was the middle of the summer, and my mom had a window open in her room, which was directly behind the bed, above the headboard. Anyways, I woke up in the middle of the night and remember sitting up and seeing that our cat was sitting in the door frame of my mom's room. Her door was open and you could partially see into my bedroom. This was strange because our cat was typically always in bed with us. As I was watching him, he walked into my bedroom and meowed. I turned to face my mom and wake her up. In the 3/4 seconds it took her to wake up and ask me what was wrong, we both looked back up into the door frame and there was a man standing in my open door. That is actually my worst fucking fear. I'm sorry. It's always man. Why would a man be there? Why would a man be there? I still don't know how she managed to do it so quickly, but my mother proceeded to pick me up and literally throw me out of this screen window. Oh, she was actually powerful as fuck. She just tossed that bitch. The bitch being the person telling the story, I guess. Again, we were on the first floor and it was maybe a 3-foot drop to the ground. Oh, okay. So broken bones or what? She quickly followed and we were able to start screaming for help and someone to call 911. The police came but didn't see any signs of forced entry, only that our front door was unlocked, which led to believe that the man must have exited that way. The strange thing is that my mom swore up and down that she had locked the door that night with a deadbolt and chain lock. About a week later, she was cleaning the kitchen and opened up our water heater closet and found a notebook with some names and drawings, as well as a pair of gloves and some gum wrappers. The police were called again, but all they could do was speculate that the man had been in our house and hid until we were asleep. That is so fucking scary. I grew up with my mom as a single mother. She had boyfriends here and there, but for the most part, it was just me and my mom. My siblings, for most of my life, were living in Colorado with my dad. So it was just me and my mom. And I was a little pussy. Like, I was a little kid, obviously. And I would have nightmares almost every single night that someone came in and would try killing me and my mom. Because my mom's like a smaller woman, and I knew that growing up, I don't think she could have protected me, like, physically, just because of how small she is. She's powerful, and she's pretty aggressive, but I just don't know if she would have been able to protect us against a big old fucking crazy-ass man. Okay, so I finished. I don't do, if you're new here, I've literally only done one of these other videos before, so you probably don't remember and you think I'm ugly. I don't do my thumb until the end, because I just feel like if I do all of them at once, I'll get something on my thumb. I don't know why I think that, but I've done my 4. I'm going to start with the polish. I'm going to finish the first coat, take my shot, and then on to the next fucking story. How about that? How does that sound? Okay, I just put on the second coat. This one I'm leaving for the other inspo piece that you'll see in a little bit. What the fuck, dude? Scary story on hiking adventure. True story. This is from Slight Highlight 120. I once camped out in Rabbit Valley on the border of Colorado and Utah. Oh my god, pretty. I bet you had a lot of fun. I was traveling the country and sleeping in the back of my truck in a teepee-style tent, and I had bought it off of Amazon. This particular night, I had set up my tent in a desolate camping area about 15 to 20 miles away from the highway. Okay, so there shouldn't be anything out there other than like wildlife and stars and just stargazing and snacks and marshmallows and campfire songs. Nothing else, right? There was only one other rig on the campsite. They were pretty far away, so it was quite nice and peaceful. I dozed off for the night and woke up to some odd sounds on my tent. On your tent? It sounded like someone was dragging their fingers up and down the nylon, walking around the tent. I sat up, completely still, and just listened to the whirring of someone dragging on the nylon without making a move. Okay, are they fucking Michael Myers? What's going on? About 10 minutes or so go by, felt like an eternity, and the sound stopped. I laid in my coat and listened for another 15 minutes or so, when all of a sudden my tent capsizes and falls down over myself and my cot. A small center support had angled the tent at 45-degree angle so I could still assess the opening. I ripped the zipper open and ran for my truck, crawled into the back, locked the topper from the inside, and grabbed my firearm. I laid awake for the rest of the night until the sunrise so I can go retrieve my tent, cook stove, and cot from the campsite. I would have been fucking terrified. What is going on? I'm trying to think in Republican. What is... Crawl into the back, lock the topper from the inside, and grab the topper. So is it like one of those trucks where you can't... obviously you can't get into the actual truck because he would have just driven away. I'm guessing he has a topper on just the back and he slid in under it and then locked it. You can lock it from the inside though? I don't know. He's powerful. If they would have toppled on me, I think I'd be too scared to even run. I'd just let them kill me. I arrived at the campsite to inspect the area and see if I was just on the road too long and paranoid, or an intruder or guest had come to visit in the wee hours of the night. Around my tent in the desert/dirt snow were shoe prints making a steady circle around my tent, different size foot than mine, and what looked to be like a pointed cowboy boot. And they had circled several times and wandered off into the valley. I've never been back since and still get the heebie-jeebies every time I go camping now. Anyone have any crazy experiences while out in the backwoods/desert? Backwoods woods. Oh, I was thinking back shots. That's why I think I read a similar story to like a guy going, like in the last video, of a guy going camping alone in the woods and getting terrorized by some hicks. Like, what is going on in the woods? And how are they finding you? And he didn't talk about anything being stolen, so like they're just there to terrify you. That is so, like, what in the strangers is going on? Okay, I'm gonna finish these 4 fingers and then I'll be back. So I had to mix some of my greens and my black to get like a mid-green. A mid-green? That's my favorite color. She's not mid. I'm using blooming gel so I could have the green spread into like an even amount on each of the nails. The thing about blooming gel is that it's super, like, it looks different every fucking time. Sometimes it'll spread perfectly and look like a perfect balayage. That's for hair. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Because if you use too much or too little, it'll look different. You have no fucking idea how long it took me 30 minutes just to do this nail. And she's looking busted anyways. You can't even fucking see it. Hello? Anyways, I did these 4. Fucking focus, bitch. Okay. She does not want to focus. Anyways, they're mid fucking nails. I feel like I'm gonna shit my pants. No! I need to shit my pants. Oh god. I'll be back. Okay, I just got done shitting my pussy. I finished these 4. I need to do this and the rest. I'm gonna take a shot. We'll get on to our next story and then I'll continue on my hands. Looking for true scary stories. Master Chief 8701 commented this. The person said they're going to use this on their YouTube channel. The person who posted it, because they're using this for a YouTube account. Let's see who told it better. You or me? A ver.
Who does it better? You or me? A ver.
This was a story that my friend from Boy Scouts told me last year. He said that when he lived in Colorado when he was younger, he and his brother and his parents lived in the Rockies. Like just a remote house from the 50s in the middle of the Rockies. He showed us on Google Maps and it was decently close to Vail, Colorado. His parents I'm from Colorado. I've never heard of Vail before, but his parents bought a house from an old redneck from Arkansas. This dude had owned the property since '87, and it was originally a mining town there with a big lake and a river. The lake and the river will come into play later. The house was in the front of the lake and the river was behind the lake. He said it was about 10 miles of gravel road from the nearest house. And keep in mind, my friend was only 7. Okay, so he's a fucking liar and he made this shit up for clout. Okay, I'm gonna calm down. My friend's family, who I'll just call the Wilsons, moved into the house in 2015. When was this made? 306 days ago. So this story is kind of recent. Wait, that's 10 years ago. I'm fat, ugly, and unsuccessful. Okay. As soon as they walked into the house, the parents got high on brownies around 7 or so, and around 9 or so, the parents fell asleep and my friend Kai and his brother Loki were still awake. Okay, so they named their kid Loki and they moved into a house and really got high on pot brownies. They're iconic. My friend Kai, out of curiosity, because it was completely silent outside, like no noise, looks out the window and sees the lake. Then he looks at the river and doesn't see anything at first, but then he saw the silhouette of a figure. He described it as a goat-like human mixed with a deer, like a combination of those things. He then went and told his brother Loki, and he looked outside and started running to his parents' room, screaming and tried to wake them up, but they were knocked out cold. If someone came to me and told me that while I was fucking high, I'd probably slap the shit out of my kid. Like, don't fucking scare me when I'm high on brownies. That's why I'm scared. Like, that's why I don't like greening out. I don't like doing... Am I allowed to say that in here? I don't like smoking weed. Like, that shit's so fucking scary. So Kai calms down himself and his brother and puts him to sleep in a windowless room such as the kitchen. He put him to sleep in the kitchen? Okay. So Loki has fallen asleep at this point, and he looks outside and sees the figure again. It's in the same exact position. He thinks it may just be a tree, but then it starts walking through the river it was standing in. But in the direction of the house that Kai was in now at this point, he had gotten better... Okay. He's really bad at telling stories, by the way. But in the direction of the house that Kai was in now at this point, he got a better look at it, and okay, maybe he didn't, and I'm just fat and dumb. But in the direction of the house that Kai was in now at this point, he got a better look at it, and it had legs of a goat with a human-looking chest, with goat hair, human arms, as well as a goat head with deer antlers that were red and pulsating like they were hearts beating. Now, this is understandably scared the crap out of him, and he hid in one of the moving boxes that had a couch inside of it. Okay, he was kind of smart for that. I would be fucking terrified.
What the fuck is that?
So this 7-year-old kid is being watched by what looks like a demon and is hiding in a moving box, so you can understand how scary that is. And he did the only logical thing to do at that age. After about 5 minutes of waiting, he went to his parents' room and tried to wake them up again. But like earlier, they were knocked out cold. He looked out the window again and didn't see anything. And he made a pallet next to his brother in the kitchen. He's gonna knock out the killer! Oh my god. Then he heard a loud bang coming from the makeshift dumpster that the redneck they bought it from built. The trash can weighed as much as a minivan. There was a window facing the trash can, but Kai did not want to look through because he was too busy crying in the little pile of blankets that he was sleeping on. Now we are going to fast forward in the morning. After the sleepless night Kai went through, his parents had finally woke up and Kai told them what had happened. They laughed at him and went to the store to get food. As they walked out, they saw the trash can, grabbed the kids and their stuff, and left. At the time he was telling us this, he had moved to Texas and was surrounded by other Boy Scouts from many different troops in the summer camp, and he was still shaking uncontrollably. We all went to sleep an hour later. Wait, did he tell the story while at Boy Scouts? My friend from Boy Scouts. Okay, he said his friend from Boy Scouts told him this, but did he tell him this while he was at the... fuck you! Why are people making shit, unlegible when I'm drunk? Like, really? I don't know if people are getting these stories, from other people and they're like making them up, or are there just like goat-like being demons out there? Because I always hear stories and not all of them can be fake. You know what I mean? There's no way that every single one of these stories is fake where they see like a goat-like humanoid figure with antlers and stuff. There's movies about it, there's story times about it, there's accounts of it. Like, is it the movies that's doing this, or like is it just fucking real? Like, be for real. Like, I'm gonna get liposuction. I'm gonna finish my thumb and get started on this hand, and then we'll be back for another shot and another story. How does that sound, you fucking bitch? Fuck you. Okay, I'm back. I just finished with the prep on these nails. They look like shit right now because I haven't done the second coat yet. I mean, they'll probably end up looking like shit anyways. I finished with this side. Let's take a batty shot o'clock! Fuck, dude. And then we'll get on to the next story and then finish the nails. That would almost made me throw up. What is the scariest true story you know? So, I grew up in a funeral home. I helped out in the office. When I was about 15, we got a call from a man whose wife, an infant baby, had been murdered in cold blood. Okay. There was very few clues. It made headlines, though. Cops set up surveillances at the viewing. It was heartbreaking, as the mother was holding the baby in her arms. I was asked to take the flower cards and periodically get the husband and ask if he recognizes the names. I then photocopied them and put them back. I did it because I was a kid, people knew me, and I was unobtrusive. Another fucking story where someone wants to prove they're smarter than you. Unobtrusive. Who the fuck knows what that means? I talked to the husband quite a bit. He seemed devastated and shaken. The cops told me that he had an eyewitness to someone leaving the house the day of the murder. The witness was a 3-year-old girl. She recognized the man leaving. It was the husband's best friend. Oh, okay. Turns out that the friend and the husband had made a pact to kill each other's families and run off with their secretaries.
What the fuck?
The little girl identified the friend, and I guess one of them cracked. They both went to jail on multiple accounts, all on the testimony of a 3-year-old girl. I still cannot believe to this day that that man stood right beside me multiple times and I had no clue. I don't think I ever looked at life the same way after that. Okay, so these men had plans to kill each other's families so they can run off with each other, like their secretaries at their work. What kind of this will always, it doesn't really amaze me because men are shitty. Did you ever think about leaving the relationship? Honestly, the shittiest way you can go is leaving your kids and your wife. You could do that too. But you would rather kill them so you can run off with your secretaries? That's weird. That's the first thing you fucking think of and you execute it. So fucking stupid. And that's a crazy fucking story, to be honest. I'm gonna finish this hand. We'll come back for one more story and another shot, and then we'll be done. Alright, I finished the nails finally. This set took me way fucking longer than I thought, and the edges are looking a little bit... Actually, you know what? I popped the fuck off.
Ain't down, hot down boots!
Ooh, the fuck? Throw it up. Hey. Batty shot o'clock! I found the last story. The comments are saying that it's pretty juicy and it's a very well told story. So it's either fake, real and retold really good, or it's fake and told really good. So, I mean, at least it'll be good. I've told this story before in another thread, but here it is. This is from Tucker48. My mother-in-law was a very funny and cool woman. She and my wife were really close, and sadly she passed away when our son was about 4 months old. Flash forward a few years, we live in an old 1930s era craftsman house in Pasadena, California. Oh, they're fucking rich. Our son was about 3 at the time. I was giving him a bath one night, and he starts looking over my shoulder. Not at random stuff, but at something. A moment passes, and he asks me why Grandma calls Mommy a funny name. Long pause. I ask him what he meant, thinking he was talking about my mom. He then says, why does Grandma call Mommy blank? Why aren't you going to tell us the name? My mother-in-law's nickname for my wife. Okay, they don't want to tell us a nickname for your wife. Why are you keeping that from us? I was really set back by this. My wife and I have never used that nickname. It was just what her mom called her since she was a baby. I asked him where he heard that. His reply, the farmer told me. Kids always, that's like another reason. This is a big reason why I don't want kids, and this is a stupid fucking reason. If one of our kids, if I have a kid one day, or multiple kids with my fiance, and they talk about some monster ghost shit, we're moving out. We're moving out. I don't want to hear how scared you are. You want me to check the closet? I won't. I simply won't. I'm not checking that closet. I asked him who the farmer was, and he replied, his friend. I tell my wife this story later, and she, of course, reduced to tears over the whole nickname thing. We both know there is no way for him to know this, and we just kind of marvel at it. Flash forward the next weekend, and my son is playing in his room. My wife is at work, retail. Okay, you'll tell us your wife will work in retail, but not her nickname? Okay. And I'm home. I work Monday through Friday. I hear him start talking like he's having a conversation. He's saying things like yes, no. Oh God, this is so scary. I don't know that. Then some laughing. I go into his room and ask him what he's doing, and he says, playing. I ask who with. He says, the farmer. Oh God. My little sisters used to do the same shit in their fucking room when I lived in Colorado. We moved into this townhouse. It was 2 stories, and they had their own room. My little sisters are twins, and they had a big closet in the room that was mainly just for storage. We didn't put any of their stuff in there. And they would always say there was the man. They would say the man in the closet in there. And I hated going in that room. It was very fucking scary, and I hated being in that room. At this point, I'm already thinking about the fucking Exorcist movie and Captain Howdy. It's a little unsettling. I ask him where the farmer is. He says he left when I came in. The fuck? Okay, he said that. And that's exactly what I need from these stories. The fuck? Like, we're leaving. What the fuck are you talking about? So my wife gets home and I tell her this, and now she's just as weirded out as I am. We had no idea what to do, and we figure if it happens again, we'll do something. A few days later, in the middle of the night, we both overhear our son saying the following. Grandma says you and I can't be friends anymore. Wife and I go check on him, both of us a little bit freaked out. He's just sitting up in bed. I ask if he's okay, and he says, yeah. Grandma says I can't play with the farmer anymore. He never once mentioned the farmer again. Not ever. He's 13 now and doesn't remember any of it. We do, though. So I'm guessing the farmer wasn't good. He was bad as fuck. I feel like whenever you put the in front of something, it's bad. The witch, the farmer, I have no other examples. That's fucking terrifying. Hell no. I want to let you guys know that I love you guys so much. And even though my video views are going down a little bit, I do this because I see your guys' comments and how you get off of work or you eat and you guys look forward to Thursday, and it fills me with so much joy. And I think even if my views go down to fucking 3 views, I'm still going to do this because I really enjoy making YouTube videos. And some videos are going to be better than others. That's just how it is. But I do love you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And, yeah. I love you.